Okay, I'm going to try to quickly explain the best I can how to do an alpha channel in Unreal. Just delete some things. Okay, so I've got a plane and a sphere, and I'm just going to put in an HDRI map. Okay, and I'm going to put some kind of texture on this ground plane here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put all these maps, and I'm going to drop them in here. And tie them in where they go. Okay, that works. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of that lens flare real quick. Okay. This works. Okay, so one thing that I've learned is that you can't render an alpha channel if you have an HDRI backdrop as your lighting. You can render out an EXR file with different passes kind of built into that, because that's how EXRs work. They're like a multi-layer file, and then you can separate out the background, but that's sort of complicated, and but that is a way to work, and there are videos that explain how to do that. But for the sake of simplicity, maybe it's better if we just do it with a ping file. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I need to do, I can't use the HDRI, but I can do the same thing with the skylight that I'm doing here with this HDRI. As a matter of fact, that's what the HDRI backdrop is. If you kind of come down here to the components, you can see that it's geometry, number one. Number two, it's a skylight. So the geometry holds the map that we see, and then the skylight is what illuminates the shot. So what we're going to do first is, I've got my HDRI selected. We're going to find the map that it's pointing to. So I'm going to hit the little browse button. There's the map. And I'm going to delete my HDRI. And I'm going to go to my lights, and I'm going to drop a skylight into the shot. And I'm going to drag this and drop it. No, I'm not. So you can see that it's red, so it doesn't want to take this map. So I need to change this to SLS specified cube map. Now I should be able to drop it. Okay. So you can see we basically have the same lighting, but no backdrop, which is what we want. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. Yeah, let me save it as something else. Call this sphere alpha. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is go to project settings and do a search for alpha. And we have to turn on the capability of exporting an alpha channel. So we're going to do that here. Enable alpha channel support in post-processing. Experimental, but we're still going to do it. And allow through tone mapper is okay. And now Unreal needs to restart. So we'll go ahead and click restart now and say yes to save. Save selected. Okay, looks like it's going pretty quickly. This sometimes takes forever. I have no idea why, but okay, it looks like we're up and running again. I need to go and open my level. Sphere Alpha. Needs to compile the maps. There it goes. Good deal. Hit G to hide all the grid and everything, just so I can see what my shot looks like. Okay, it looks pretty good. I'm going to build a cinematic just real quick. Sphere Alpha. Sequence. Here's my sequence. I'm going to drop a camera in my shot, the Cine Camera Actor, and I'm going to right click that and click Snap Object to View, and I'm going to look through my camera. And I'll change a few settings here. That works. Cool beans. And now I'm going to take this and drop the camera into my sequencer and change it to 24 frames per second, and then just I'm going to create some keyframes. There we go. That works. Okay. And play my sequence. Cool. Let's render with the alpha channel now. So now I'm going to go to Windows, Cinematics, Movie Control. Going to choose my sequence. And I need to I don't want to use JPEG sequence. I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to come down to ping sequence. That's good. And under deferred rendering, I'm going to choose accumulator includes alpha. And that's it. Aliasing, yeah. Turn on some anti-aliasing. Output, I'm going to give it a location. I'm going to put D tests, and I'm going to put test alpha. Select, accept, and render. And that's it. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and try something else. So say that I want the lighting and the reflection from this ground, but I don't want it to show up in my renderer. I can select my ground, and then I'm going to come down to here it is. Render in main pass. I'm going to turn that off. No, that doesn't work. There you go. Only owner C. It's a weird thing, but you can see now that it's visible in the lights, the lighting and reflections, but not visible in the render. It is matting out my object. You can see where it crops the sphere a little bit, but that's okay. All right. So that should do it.